Hey, it's Nick here. I want to show you some software that caused me to stop using Google Sketchup entirely. I don't use it anymore. Okay, it's interesting because let me show you my SketchUp because that's what I've been using for the past 12 years. I started out on SketchUp and I learned how to use it, and so I would use it for just about everything. Let's uh, let's go back in time here, and I was using it in a really inefficient way. So I liked that I could do everything, very detailed. I could go in and adjust absolutely everything. And some projects I would build them entirely by hand. So let's see if I can find the right room. This was a room like wall paneling, crown molding, all in solid white oak. So I think it's inside one of these. Huh, I guess this one's not colored. But anyways, you get the idea. So, it's this custom millwork, and I said, oh yeah, this is great. On this job in particular, on SketchUp, I must have spent 100 hours. And just so that I could create a rendering to show the customer, so I could sell him on it, and it would help me with my layout. Then I discovered this. This is Kuhome, and it's basically the TikTok of design software. I think it costs it's maybe 50 bucks a month. I think the last $25 a month for the basic version. And now let's get into it so I can show you why I stopped using SketchUp once I realized what you can do with this. And there's other software. There's cabinet design software. We don't do many cabinets, but we do some, and those are very expensive. We're talking hundreds of dollars a month. And I thought, well, for $25 a month, this isn't gonna do what I want. This is a basement I designed for a customer, and it took about 15 minutes. If you want the video, I'll put another video up of it. And this is just as customizable as everything else, because you can go in, you can start with your floor plan, right? I can just build something quickly here. You start with that, and what's amazing is that, look, in the corner here, I have a full 3D view of what I'm looking at. I don't know how they developed it so that it's so fast to render. Here I can switch to 3D. Okay, now I'm 3D. And you're saying, hey, I need to design things. I'm not an interior designer. I don't need furniture. I need drawings and I need cabinets. Okay, and that's where we go to your kitchen components. It has every kind of base cabinet you could need. They've already got. You put them all together. It's just so fast, and it anticipates what you need to do. So it used to be that, okay, I designed this kitchen. Okay, now I'm going to have to build some new components in SketchUp to add some toe kicks. Here, you just click toe kick, and you say, okay, what style of toe kick do you want? I can look at the manufacturers, or I can just say, here's 1,000 different styles. This is the toe kick material that we want. We want to do it in ash. Okay, finish. Did I do that right? No, I don't think I did. And it applies it on its own. Same thing like countertops. Well, for some reason it's not adding my toe kick. What am I missing here? Height, 3 inches. Generate a foot line. Okay, my example's not working. Um, but it does work. Okay, and then if you need to, you can also go in and just build your own. If you need to build something entirely custom, you do it in here. Now, I'm not going to get into that. Here, I did import my other drawings. You can scale it very easily based off that dimension that you import. So let's go back here because I haven't even gotten to the best part of it. which is renders. So, well, I'll show you these two. So it'll auto-generate construction drawings. You know how much time I spent just trying to figure out how to lay out Sketchup, like using layout. You have to go into a different program, lay it all out. Like, how do I get the text to show the name of my company? I spent hours doing that. And this, look, it auto-generated all of the, like, floor plan, furniture plan, ceiling plan. It's all generated. It all has dimensions. It just made, I don't know how many. There's 50 elevations here. There's the cabinets that I drew. You know, I could go in and I can generate an elevation myself if I want a specific view, but look, this is all automatic. And look again here. It's showing me, like when I click on the elevation, it's showing me a 3D live view, and this is just in the browser. It's not even an app that I downloaded. So I don't know what kind of compression, like software, like, you know, code they're running to be able to do this. We got the light fixtures plans. You can annotate it. You can go to the drawing layouts. You can just export everything and download it. Look, it's basically, that's what I'm getting at, is like, this is the TikTok of design software, because it's really fast and it has all of the features that you could possibly need natively built into it. Now, if we want to go back and, okay, you want to do some renders. I remember spending $400 for, you know, the latest, I don't remember what it's called, that software for Sketchup that does renders. Okay, look, okay, I'll just do this one because it's fast. Generate. Oh, I need to select the light. Recommended. I spent so much time in SketchUp trying to get the lighting to work. I never really did get it to work. You can generate videos. Now I can go to the gallery where I've already made some renderings. Look at this. This is a 2K render. And the one that I just submitted, okay, it's working on it. It's a little slow because I'm just on the, apparently I'm on the free version. And then, you know, so it took 15 minutes. I can send this to a customer. What are the odds that I'm going to win this job if I send them a full 3D rendering of what their basement is going to look like? And it didn't cost me hours and hours to do. I just built it here really fast. So that's just what I wanted to share. That's why I moved from SketchUp. Now I'm using this. Obviously, I'm still learning, but this is worth learning. And they're continuously adding new updates and new features. So it's really good.